Conclusion inevitable.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My conclusion was that this idea was not a practical deterrent.
My only conclusion can be that it was a Sith Lord.
In conclusion.
Hello there, folks! Welcome back to In Conclusion, the only movie podcast full of nothing but pith. I am Dan O'Keefe, and joining me as always is Anna Otto. Anna, how pithy are you feeling? A stunned silence falls over the crowd.
I know this is not directly related to this movie, but it's related to this franchise, and I forgot to tell you, I saw Thor Love and Thunder yesterday.
What are your thoughts?
I fucking loved it. I cried, and I laughed, and I had jump scares. It had everything I wanted.
Wow. Happy for you.
I knew it. I couldn't remember if you liked it or not, and I said to Gage, I was like, I bet you $10 Dan hated it.
I didn't hate it. I went in with zero expectations, and it exceeded my expectations. I thought it was better than Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I had more fun. I mean, I liked Doctor Strange, but I think I had more fun at Thor.
Yeah.
But I also, I love a good romance. So.
I know you do. And you love a good ass.
Yeah, and I love a good jump scare. So I was really feasting at that movie. And because I was eating tacos at the Bistroplex.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you just bring in a bunch of loose tacos?
You've never brought loose tacos to the movie theater, Dan?
I bring in a taco bar and make it during the movie.
Buys out the row. I fucking wish. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I buy it like the fifth row, so I keep blocking the people who are sitting right behind. And I'm like,
hell yeah.
Excuse me, can you please stop talking during the movie? I'm trying to assemble my taco.
God.
No, you can't have
Proceeds
any.
to eat
Why do you
only
ask?
hard shells.
Yeah. Oh, of course, only hard shells. The superior taco. If I
Okay,
want a soft shell, I'm having a burrito.
I love soft shell tacos, you bitch.
Well, agree.
If I want hard shells, I'll eat some chips.
That's true. I think I never actually want just a taco. I want a burrito or like a taco salad.
Yeah, that's
bowl.
fair.
I'm not into portability. I like my meals sitting.
Amen. I want to have a knife and a fork.
Wait, you eat a burrito with a knife and a fork?
Yeah, sometimes when they're covered in sauce. Am I supposed to pick that up?
Yeah. Get your sloppy, dirty hands on in there and just
Ew,
slop around.
when it's
Be the
covered
pig
in
that
like
you are.
salsa? No.
Yeah. You're forgetting that I come from a place without flavor.
That's true. You're the whitest white man.
I'm not the whitest white man. I'm up there. I'm eggshell beige.
That's true. My nickname at the state fair when I worked there was Milk, so I should be up there with you, but I do enjoy Mexican food.
Milk just for dairy, or milk like MILF, but kiss?
No, Milk like I'm white as F. It was also Ghost. That was my other one.
Okay. My nickname when I worked at the state fair was Dan, stop trying to get free sunglasses from the table next to us.
That's a long one.
It is. I got like 4 pairs of free sunglasses.
My God, what table were you next to?
The sunglass table.
Love that energy.
Dude was selling sunglasses. I was like, could I have some? And he was like, sure. So he gave me the ugliest ones he had. I kept them for years.
I love that energy, Dan.
They were purple.
Ew.
I think I lost them in the ocean.
Oh. What a story they have.
So if you're a fish listening and you found my sunglasses, could you bring them back?
Mail them.
Just go to your local post office clam.
Yes.
Drop the sunglasses in his mouth, and then, I'll be by Santa Monica Pier. Just drop them off.
There you go.
Perfect. Anyway, the movie that we're talking about today, the last of Phase 1 of the MCU, it's The Avengers, or Marvel's The Avengers, or in the UK and Ireland, Marvel Avengers Assemble. Because there's the British TV show The Avengers, and there was a 1998 film adaptation starring Ralph Fiennes and Uma Thurman and Sean Connery.
Love.
It's apparently one of the worst movies ever made.
But the three of them are so talented.
I know, right? And Jim Broadbent. Eddie Izzard.
There's a lot of people in there. Huh.
Right? A lot of very British.
Yeah.
I
Minus
feel myself
Uma.
getting
She's
sconed.
American. I feel a deep craving for some Earl Grey.
Why is there not an actor whose stage name is Earl Grey?
That would be a good drag name.
True. Or if you're like super famous and you need to check into a hotel,
Yeah.
your name is
Yeah.
Earl Grey.
Yeah. Write that down. Write that down for when we're famous, Dan.
I already check into hotels under a fake name. Right now it's Dick Swingington.
Ew, Dan.
So, The Avengers, released in 2012, directed and written by great man Joss Whedon.
Literally, I am sick to my stomach already.
Nothing bad ever comes when he's around.
Barf.
Produced only by Kevin Feige. He's fully taken his grip on the MCU. It's all him
floors.
now. Starring Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Tom Hiddleston, Clark Gregg, Kobe Smulders, Stellan Skarsgård, and Samuel L. Jackson. Cinematography by Seamus McGarvey.
Oh, thank you, Seamus.
He's from Northern Ireland, though.
Oh, trash. Throw him out. Just kidding.
Released on May 4th, 2012. 10 years ago.
That I'm allergic to. That means, Dan.
What? What are you just coming to a
came out my
realization
junior year
of?
of high school, and I don't like that next year's my 10-year high school reunion. It makes me upsetty spaghetti.
You should plan it.
No, I wasn't on the committee, actually.
Did they decide a committee when you were in high school? Is it like the senior board?
No, it's whoever was on. Well, yeah, your whoever your class president was and stuff.
Our class president is not going to be planning this.
Why?
I just have a feeling.
Oh, okay. I thought the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but then the class before me just said, "Well, okay, I don't mean to start a rumor,
Do it.
but somebody I know who I think was involved with the committee may or may not have unfortunately passed away."
Oh, that's not a fun rumor.
No, it's not a fun rumor, Dan. I'm sorry. I should have prefaced with it being very sad. It's very
Normally,
sad.
like, someone involved with the committee grew another hand.
I wish. No, unfortunately, this is sad news, and
Oh.
I don't know where to go from that. I'm not like really banking on it. I didn't really stay close with anybody from high school. Like I ran into a girl I went to high school with a couple days ago at Barnes and Noble, and that was cool, but not really close with anybody.
I'm pretty sure that somebody that I went to high school with was on my flight back to Los Angeles on Sunday.
Oh, did you say hi?
I didn't, but I friended her on Facebook. And I meant to message her. I'm pretty sure we were on the same flight, but I haven't. And I'm waiting to see, at what point is it weird that I messaged that? Because I feel like it's still recent enough that I was like, I think we were on the same flight on Sunday. If I send that like in 3 weeks,
Then
that's a
it'll be
little
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold off until then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, with a budget of $220 million, the Avengers made $1.5 billion at the box office.
Oh, fuck.
And in its opening weekend, it grossed $207 million, which was the highest in history at that time. And it was the third highest grossing film of all time at one point.
Really?
It reached $1 billion in 19 days, the same amount of time that it took Avatar and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. On Rotten
Did you
Tomatoes.
Have you ever seen Avatar?
Yeah, I've seen it. I loved it. I saw it in theaters like 3 times.
I haven't seen it, but I saw the preview for the new one, and I just was curious if it's still just me who's never seen it. So that just
New one looks
confirms.
great.
It does. It
I'm
looks
very excited for it. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 91% approval rating, thanks to a script that emphasizes its heroes' humanity and a wealth of superpowered set pieces. The Avengers lives up to its hype and raises the bar for Marvel at the movies.
I feel like this was like the big thing when it came out.
Yes, Roger Ebert said that it provides its fans with exactly what they desire. Whether it's exactly what they deserve is arguable.
Dang, why is he so mean?
I love it.
He's like, fuck the fans, though.
Speaking truth.
Honestly, I was saying that to my mom this morning about how sometimes I think fan bases are just so mean, and Marvel's definitely one of the ones where sometimes I think they're bullies for no reason.
Well, also, something that I don't... There's this odd persecution complex that goes on with people who are like hardcore Marvel fans.
What do you mean?
Hardcore superhero. They're like Spider-Man, the fact that it wasn't nominated for Best Picture.
Superhero movies are never nominated for Best Picture. They're not
Because
artsy.
they're not good.
They're just for fun.
Some of them have been nominated for Best Picture. Black Panther was nominated for Best Picture.
Okay.
Black Panther is a good movie.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Roger Ebert gave it 3 stars out of 4. But I saw a TikTok that was like, it was some guy saying, like, Willem Dafoe absolutely should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. And I was like, do people watch other movies? Do you see, like, good movies?
I
With
mean,
good
Willem
performances?
Dafoe has been phenomenal in other movies.
He has.
He's good in this movie, but... Although I will say, Thor: Love and Thunder was my favorite Christian Bale performance I've ever seen.
Okay, you need to watch a bunch of other movies.
No, it was my favorite.
Have you ever seen the peak dad movie, Ford versus Ferrari?
I refuse.
Well, great
Isn't Matt
Christian
Damon
Bale
in that
performance.
one?
He is peak dad.
Even the pull of Matt Damon cannot draw my eyes to the screen.
It's daddier. Have you seen The Prestige?
No.
Great movie.
Sounds a little dull to me.
Have you seen American Psycho? You've read the book.
No, I read the book and I hated it.
Oh, you should. The movie is good. You would like the movie a lot.
Was it you that I told that I thought that American Psycho wasn't gory enough?
Yes. What world do you live in?
One where I'm bored, I guess.
Oh my god.
Sorry to everyone.
So, Avengers. When was the first time you saw this?
Yesterday.
Seriously?
Or not just kidding. Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah. All my friends really were crushing on Thor back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And they all went to the movies, but I just never went with them because I didn't really have an interest. And I don't know, superheroes weren't my thing. And I think the reason why I care more about superheroes now, besides the fact that, I'm dating Gage and he's a nerd, is because they're funnier. And I like funny movies. And so sometimes these more action-y movies are hard for me because I just am like, eh.
Fair.
How about you? Was it midnight premiere?
No, not Midnight Premiere. This was, I knew when it was coming out. I wanted to see it the weekend it was coming out. I couldn't find any of my friends who would want to go that weekend. Like, they were all busy, they told me.
I'll fight him.
I'm going to call them all. And
Get him on
then
site.
I saw the news that it made like $210 million or something that opening weekend. And I was like, what? And then I was asking around at school, and like nobody that I knew had seen it that weekend either.
Really?
Which I was shocked by. Yeah, so then I saw it the next weekend, and I really liked it in theaters. Like, I thought it was the most... Not being a reader of comic books at all, it was the most comic... Like, what I imagined a comic book put to screen would be like.
Well, that one shot that they use for all the advertising for Avengers all the time. They put in
When
all
they're circling around them?
Yeah, that's such a comic book shot.
Yeah.
So, it's a great shot, but...
Yeah. It is funny that everybody's standing there with their superpowers, and then Scarlett Johansson's just cocking her pistol.
Iconic. Queen.
So, yeah, I saw it in theaters, and then I got it on Blu-ray for Christmas that year, I think. Mm-hmm. So I've seen it high single digits amount of times, probably. Last time I watched it was before Endgame, so 2019.
Okay.
And I watched it again this morning, and it was fine. It was fine.
I didn't care.
I had a bunch of issues.
Oh, can't wait to hear. Might we be agreeing on this?
Maybe.
Although I will say right off the bat, this is a Hawkeye household, and I will not tolerate any Hawkeye slander.
I have nothing bad to say about Hawkeye.
Good, because Jeremy Renner...
I'm imagining that Hawkeye is the same as his character in The Hurt Locker.
Oh! Sorry. Excuse me.
There's no reason that he can't be. Right?
Damn, we can't be like this. My water bottle's already almost empty.
Oh my gosh, you were thirsty.
I just think Jeremy Renner is hot in like a rugged way.
Yeah, I think he's cute. You need to see The Town.
Which one is that?
It's the one where it's a Ben Affleck movie where he robs banks. And Jeremy Renner's in it, and he's psycho hot.
Nice.
You know, the perfect man. A loose cannon.
No, I just think like, all the other superheroes, they're like hot in a traditional way. And Mark Ruffalo has my heart.
I don't know what you're talking about. Chris Evans is in no way traditionally hot.
You're
at
right,
all.
sorry, he's ugly, I forgot.
Yeah, please. Come on. He's
Same
from
with
Boston.
Chris Hemsworth. Hideous. I honestly didn't even think I could watch the whole movie. I was so disgusted by their looks.
I was vomiting.
Literally.
It was only when Jeremy Renner and Clark Gregg were on screen that I finally had peace with some cute boys.
Truly, I could cast my eyes upon the screen.
I will say before we get into it, my biggest issue is why do the villains? Why do I care? Why are they here? There's no. They want to take over Earth. Why?
Yeah, and my thing is Loki. I know he wants to be king because he thinks he is deserving of it.
Man's a bitch in this movie.
Yeah, and also he wouldn't have been deserving of it no matter what because he's the younger brother.
Yeah, that's how it works. My doppelganger Prince Harry knows that he's not going to be king.
So he flew off to America with his his wife.
Oh,
well, I was gonna say something else, and then I was like, that might be a little mean. His whore wife.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you on Team Crown?
No, I just.
I'm pro royalty, actually.
I am actually. I wish they'd come take America back over again. I am a redcoat. Thank you.
Oh, King George.
Literally.
You're in the harbor fishing the tea back out.
No, wait. I'm drinking
as
fast as I can.
Come on. So I'm just looking at the highest grossing movies of 2012. Can you guess any of the other ones in the top 10?
Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Yes. Of the ones in the top 10, we have covered 2 of them. Breaking Dawn Part 2 is 1. Well, it's actually 6th.
Dark Knight?
Dark Knight Rises is the other one.
Oh, okay.
That was the third highest grossing. The other ones are Skyfall, the James Bond movie.
Ooh, I love Adele's song.
The Hobbit, A Boring Unexpected Journey.
But kind of a sexy unexpected journey.
Anyway.
Freeman's in it.
Ice Age 4.
Oh.
The Amazing Spider-Man. Madagascar 3. The Hunger Games, which beat this at the Teen's Choice Award for Choice Sci-Fi Movie.
Kids fucking loved The Hunger Games when I was in high school.
And Men in Black 3 was the 10th. Yeah, The Hunger Games was huge. And then it just died.
Yeah,
with
I never
Mockingjay.
read any of the books or anything. Did you?
I read The Hunger Games. I read Catching Fire. I got 70 pages into Mockingjay, and I thought this was horrible, and I stopped reading it.
Yeah, I told someone, because the kids at SpongeBob asked me, they're like, did you ever read it? And I was like, no, it's not my type of book.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only reason. I'm sure it's great for people who like dystopian novels.
I liked the first 2, but I thought the third one was horrible. We'll probably talk about that when we force ourselves to watch The Hunger Games at some point.
I'm already in pain.
But let's get into the Avengers.
Hell yeah. Oh.
So
right off the bat, the theme song kills.
Yeah. Well, following the final appearance of the Paramount Pictures logo, rest in peace.
Rip in peace.
Nick Fury arrives at the S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters in New Mexico as they're going through an evacuation, and Tom Hiddleston pops through a portal in time and space that the Tesseract has opened. And he's got a spear with a blue tip. I assume it's from Blue Chew. By the way, if you're having performance issues, feel free to use our code INCONCLUSION at bluechew.com, and they will add 50% to the price of your order.
Your impotence is God's will.
So Loki takes the Tesseract and uses the spear to control the minds of Hawkeye, Dr. Selvig, and he gets away from the headquarters as they are
It was giving
evacuating.
me the ick when their eyes turned all black.
I'm happy that you said when it turned out black, not when they were blue, because then I would start fighting you.
Oh, I hate people with blue eyes. It's always on sight. Not kidding.
It's a good thing we're virtual. Otherwise,
Hands.
I'd be staring daggers with these baby blues.
Oh no, not the blue orbs.
Put those orbs away,
Put
I
those
say
orbs
at
back
the
in your
nude
head.
beach.
Oh no.
Once we're done here, I have to tell you about the book I'm reading. I'm too embarrassed to talk about it on air.
Are you reading a book about a nude beach?
No, it's
Are you
about...
reading like a sex book? Like a horny, loveless
Yes.
marriage mom book?
Summer is for smut, Dan. It's called Ice Planet Barbarians.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
So, Nick Fury issues a state of emergency and tells Phil Coulson, Natasha Romanoff, Scarlett Johansson, and the new Maria Hill, played by Kobe Smulders from How I Met Your Mother.
She's so pretty.
She is very pretty. Strong-ass jaw, too.
She's great in this movie, I thought.
She's great.
Okay.
Great in this movie. Having a grand old time. I'm practicing for my role as Fat Bastard in Austin Powers 4.
Fucking sick.
Gage loves Fat Bastard.
Of course he does. A man
Anyway.
without taste. So, they have to go and find the team that will make up the Avengers. And Natasha gets sent to Eastern Europe to interrogate suspects. And Coulson tells her that she needs to find the big guy, Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk. If you want to be the big guy, head over to bluechew.com and enter code INCONCLUSION, and they'll come to your house and punch you in the face.
Your impotence is God's will.
So Bruce has been hiding in a hospital in Calcutta, helping sick people, finding inner peace. And Natasha shows up, and she's like, fuck your inner peace. You gotta help save the world from this man with slicked back black hair. The scariest thing of all, too much gel.
I was literally gonna say that. I hate Loki's hair. Tom Hiddleston looks so much more handsome with his regular, normal hair.
Right? He's a super handsome guy. And I feel like Loki's hair gets better as the series goes on. But it is rough.
They also gave him like a really far back hairline. Like he almost looks like me. Like like they
Anna
gave
has-
him that man a 6 head.
Anna's got her hair pulled back and she's got a headband on.
I've been told I look sickly when I have my hair like this.
If you didn't see that you had, if your headband was covering your ponytail, it could look like that. It could look like you're going through treatments.
Yeah, in a
But with your headband down, you look like Willie Nelson.
Thank you.
That's
This land was made for you and me. Smoke a joint.
Isn't that Woody Guthrie?
Oh fuck. I'm doing my best, okay?
This land was made for smoking weed.
Amen.
So, Natasha tells Bruce that he is the world's expert at gamma rays. He is their best chance to find the cube. But we are left. We don't know if he's going to join them or not. But then the Superiors, who are running S.H.I.E.L.D., which Nick Fury, predating Zoom by 9 years, is on a Zoom call with them. These nameless, faceless people that never pop up again in the entire series.
That was called Skype back in the day, Dan.
It was. I'm trying to think what was before Skype. G-Chat? I don't know.
Omegle. He's doing Omegle roulette.
Yeah, we don't see it, but there's one guy in the corner just furiously jacking off.
Oh, Jesus.
As if that's not what happens 60% of the time on Omegle.
I know, but I just, I wanted to laugh about it until it was no longer funny anymore. It was too real.
So they are yelling at him about his Avengers plan. They say it's wrong. These people will never work together. But Nick Fury's like, they're our only option. And they're fine. Sure. Whatever. Captain America, he's very easy to find. He's in a gym. Punching a lot of bags. Says that he'll find a briefing packet at his apartment. And then we see Iron Man in his underwater Iron Man suit.
Why did I think you were going to say underwear?
We see Iron Man. Stark naked. Tony Stark naked.
Yo, I always pass this place called Stark something on my way home from work every day.
Probably cleaners.
Is that what they are?
Probably.
I don't know.
Anyway. Stark bombs? Could be anything. I just assume cleaners. So, Tony, he's got a new building. It's entirely self-sustaining. The Avengers Tower. Whoops, not yet. Stark Tower.
Fucking spoilies, Dan.
Whatever, they don't even use it. And Tony and Pepper, they're being all cutesy-dootsy. Loving on up each other, rubbing, touching, squeezing.
Loving, touching,
squeezing each other.
Good job, Dan.
Phil Coulson shows up and he's like, I'm here to cuck you. Just kidding. He hands Tony a laptop, has all the data about everything that's going on, and Pepper's like, I'm going to go to D.C. to get zoning permits. So she's conveniently written out of the movie.
That's fair. That's probably
It's
why
so-
he doesn't remember any of that stuff.
It is so odd that they got her, like this major actress, to be in the first Iron Man movie in a pretty meaningful role, and then none of the rest of the movies. She's only in like 5 minutes of the rest, like in each movie that she appears in the rest of them.
Do you think that's why she forgets she's in them?
It might be. Like, she shows up to work for 2 days, gets $10 million. I was like, peace? Dream job? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, goes home and works on smelling her own candles.
Is that just code for leaning her head down?
I guess. I meant actually smelling her own candles, so she doesn't have to work towards bending.
She made the candles just so she could lean back.
Yeah. Make the whole room smell like a batch.
If you want to smell Gwyneth Paltrow's candles, head over to BlueChew.com and enter code GOOP. Gwyneth Paltrow will come to your house, stark naked, and you'll have to yell at her, put those globes away.
I'm weak.
So, they are going to a secure location. Bruce Banner is there. Captain America is there. Tony Stark is there. Natasha is there. Not Hawkeye. He's off, hawking. Being evil.
Nice.
Doing crimes.
I know he's evil, but
Hawkeye, be gay, do crimes.
Mood.
They're in an aircraft carrier. It's a flying aircraft carrier. How useless. Planes fly already. That's my whole gripe with this.
Yeah, but this is cool, Dan, and it can turn invisible.
Ooh. If you don't want to turn invisible in bed, head over to BlueChew.com.
I'm sick and tired of you.
So Agent Coulson's like, I've got a Captain America trading card collection. That's not going to come up at all. And they are briefed, and they say that they've been traced to Stuttgart, Germany, and they have to go to Stuttgart to arrest Loki, bring him on board the helicarrier. Loki is at a black tie gala at an art museum, and he's kidnapping a doctor who has the elements they need to make the Tesseract work. And Dr. Selvig creates a distraction. Hawkeye kills the men guarding the building. Loki goes through with his plan, and then he's like, kneel before me, I am your god.
He just is so... Loki's a whiny baby.
He is.
I know I'm acting like I just discovered that, but I'm just saying.
Guys, Anna is the first person to ever realize that Loki is kind of annoying.
Hot take, Loki, Tom Hiddleston, hot, Loki, annoying.
Hot take? I think Chris Evans would be a pretty good Captain America. Crucify me, I know.
Wow, call the police.
One old man is like, I will never kneel down to you. No. That's
Yeah,
not what
I was
do."
confused because for some reason I thought that was they were under a spell and he just broke it because he's such a patriot. Is that what I witnessed?
No, he was yelling at them to kneel before him, and he's
Oh.
like, I didn't kneel before the last black-haired guy with bad hair. I'm not kneeling before you.
I guess for some reason when he yelled, I thought that it was like a spell.
No, he needed to touch them with his blue tip.
You're right. He needed to touch their blue balls.
Mm-hmm. If you don't want to get blue balls,
No,
head over to Blue
Dan,
Chew.
No.
The Avengers come down. They stop Loki. They dare him to make a move. He surrenders.
Like the
And
little
they-
bitch he is.
On the flight back, there's a bunch of lightning going around, and Thor pops up, and he's like, he's got to get his guardian justice. Pops away. And then they get into a fight with Tony and Captain America. It's dark and it's hard to see, and I can't really tell what's going on.
Yeah, they just don't get along. That's all there is to it. They're just too different.
How will these people ever learn to get along?
Well, they don't some of the time. There's an entire movie about it, right?
They have what some people call a civil war. What's so civil about war, anyway? To quote Axl Rose of Guns N' Roses.
Oh my fucking god.
My hands are tied!
Dan.
Human right when the ball of genocide.
Wow.
If he
it's
ever
like-
retires, I can take up the mantle.
Oh my god.
Also, if the lead
can't wait.
singer of Wheatus ever retires, I can sing Teenage Dirtbag for him real easy.
I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. That one?
I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby.
The
Yeah,
way
that
you
one.
said dirt made me need to take a shower. I
Yeah.
did not like that.
Yeah, exactly. So they get Loki locked up in the helicarrier in a glass cell designed to hold the Hulk. And Nick Fury's like, you try to escape, well, drop it and you'll die.
Classic.
Boop, boop, boop. And then on the aircraft carrier, all the Avengers, except for Hawkeye, are being briefed by Nick Fury about what's going to happen next. Loki in prison is getting interrogated by Natasha, and Tony Stark is the only one who is getting along with Bruce Banner. And then they start all fighting with each other, because of course they do.
They are truly ragtag.
Yeah. They're trying to figure out how to approach Loki best, and S.H.I.E.L.D., they figure out, has a plan to harness the Tesseract's power to develop weapons
Classic.
of civil war.
Okay, Dan.
And Nick Fury says that because of the events of Thor, they said they don't know who is going to be coming to Earth, so they need to have proper defenses just in case. Thor asks what happened. Thor asks, whatever happened to Baby Jane?
Triggered.
For those of you who don't know, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane is a film?
Oh, I thought you made that joke because his girlfriend's name is Jane.
Well, I did.
Yeah, okay.
And then
Just wanna
because
make
it's
sure.
a movie title.
Yeah.
That's why I
Just wanna
stopped
make sure
myself and restarted too. It's
Oh,
not like
oh,
Thor.
okay.
His line in the movie isn't "Whatever happened to Baby Jane." That'd be
I know.
gross.
That would be gross. I don't know. I'm doing
I'm
my best.
I'm gonna start referring to Anna as Baby Anna.
Absolutely not. I'll tell her to leave you.
You won't need to tell her. She'll do it
She'll
on
do
her
it.
own accord.
Thank God.
She is in a safe witness protection program in London. And that's where she meets Christian Bale.
God.
Actually, she joins the ballet there.
Is that what I
She
think
meets
it is?
Mila Kunis.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie either. I want to see that movie so bad.
So they are arguing, and then Hawkeye and Loki's possessed S.H.I.E.L.D. agents come onto the helicarrier and disable one of the engines. And then Tony and Captain America try to restart the engine. Natasha tries to prevent the Hulk from hulking and destroying the ship, but that doesn't work. And she gets chased through the ship until Thor takes up to battle to pacify Hulk and hits him with his hammer, knocking him out. Right? He's just misunderstood.
He's just gotta go to therapy.
Right? Mm-hmm. Men will literally go hide out in South America to avoid going to therapy.
True.
Go hide. Originally, the joke, if it was for this movie, would go hide out in Calcutta to avoid going to therapy.
They're both true.
Meanwhile, I was supposed to. I had a therapy appointment scheduled with my therapist, and I didn't
With who
write
else,
down.
Dan?
Well, with the guy on the street,
Yeah.
with David Berkowitz, the son of Sam Killer.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know why that's the name that popped into my head first.
My mom sent me a meme the other day that was, whenever somebody introduces you to their new baby, you should go, like the serial killer? Anyway.
Oh,
Your therapy appointment?
Mine is. Oh, what's his real name?
Dad!
This is my son, Chaslin. What's his real name? Well, I had a therapy. I didn't write down when it was, so I totally forgot it. And then I got like a very frantic email from my therapist, like, "Hope everything's okay." And I was like, "Oh no, yes, everything is fine." I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, God. If I forget, my therapist just calls me. He goes, "Anna, you didn't call me. What's up with that?" I'm like, "Oh, you're right, Bill. Sorry."
So, I don't know if you heard that, but there's now a cat underneath my desk. So, if people hear nice little meows, Poppy is saying hello. And she's walking away.
It's her gotcha day, right?
That was yesterday.
Oh, well, you know what? Either way, I love her, and I'm glad you got her.
Me too. She's been very loving recently.
It's because she knows it's her gotcha day.
Just like, she was sitting on my chest yesterday, giving me tons of headbutts.
Oh, Dan, she wants you to remember that she loves you.
Mm-hmm. It's so nice. It's wonderful.
That's so cute.
So I threw her.
Dan!
No, of course not. I'm really bad at playing with her, though.
That's okay. Cats are kind of hard to play with, I feel like.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of cats, the ship is going down, and Thor gets tricked into Loki's holding cell, and he's recovered. Loki's out. He's got the scepter. He's briefly held at bay by Agent Coulson after Loki drops the cell and just Thor drops like a rock. And Coulson gets tricked by Loki's projection and then gets stabbed in the back by the real Loki. And Coulson shoots Loki with the weapon that harnesses the power of the Destroyer. Then he dies.
I screamed. I was so sad when he died.
Yeah. It was a very shocking when I first saw it. I was like, there's no way they're going to kill him off.
I know.
I was like, of course, he's the only character that isn't a superhero and doesn't have any, like, following. Of course he's the one they would kill off.
I know, but I like Coulson. So why didn't they listen to me?
You didn't see this until Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe if you were with it at the time, they would have listened to you.
I'm never with it, Dan. You know that's true.
Yeah, you're not hip.
I only see movies at the theaters now because Gage wants to.
So Thor escapes from his cell right before it hits the ground, and Bruce wakes up in an abandoned farm factory or something or other.
Yup.
He's in a haystack at a factory.
Yeah.
Farm factory. It makes farms.
Okay.
So, like any good politician, Nick Fury uses Agent Coulson's death to motivate the Avengers to work together as a team, because nothing brings people together like tragedy.
It would have worked. I would have fallen for it. And I'm
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, for the fireman. I would have been there.
So they realize that they can't just defeat Loki. They need to overpower him in a very public way so that he would be ruler of Earth.
What would it be like? What if that was his kink? Public humiliation.
It might be.
It could have been like, that's the perfect ploy. Like, you want to be king, but then they publicly shame you, and then you're still like, it
He's
doesn't.
just into it.
Fuck. That's dark.
So Dr. Selvig has set up a portal on top of the Stark Tower to the Chitauri. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chitauri? They say it a bunch in the movie. I don't care. The Chitterlings, there's a portal to their home world over Manhattan, and they're invading. But also, they're like the droids from Star Wars Episode 1, where if their ship is destroyed, they all just die.
I also just don't understand them.
Yeah, I don't... Who are they? Why do I care? They're
Exactly. I said that to Gage. I was like, what's the point in them?
They're just goons.
Yeah. Evidently.
I think they did it that way because they didn't want the Avengers killing real people who were under Loki's control.
That's true. I like that, I guess. That's good.
I
glad that
don't.
they didn't
I
do-
want them to have to deal with the consequences of their actions.
Oh, fuck. Somebody's feeling dark today on this fine Tuesday.
Natasha shows up as Dr. Selvig opens up the portal. Loki's army pops on out, and all hell breaks loose. If you want your army to pop out and have all hell breaks loose, head over to BlueChew.com and enter
Dan!
code Chitauri. It'll show up at your door unannounced, and you can't stop it. They can't fight him off as fast as they're entering the atmosphere. And then there's a big, long fight.
Yep.
And a lot of stuff happens, but not a lot happens. A lot of fighting. They're all working together as a team.
Wait. This is where they do the iconic pose, is it not?
Yes, that's true.
Yes, we get an iconic moment, everyone.
We get a pose. Natasha reloads
Hawkeye's
her
looking
gun.
good.
Hawkeye's like the offensive coordinator of the fight because he's up top. Mm-hmm. He's looking down. He's just slinging his arrows.
No, he's in the circle though.
I know he is, but for a lot of it, he's like radioing where everything is because he's got a high vantage point. He's in his nest.
He's just because he's the bird.
Yeah. At one point, Loki and Tony are having a conversation, and Loki attempts to use his mind control on him, but he hits Tony Stark's arc reactor in his chest, and he can't.
Iconic.
Right? Tunk. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Why didn't he just
color
touch
the words? Yeah, like move
Sorry,
it
what?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Any other part of his body? Because it
Yeah,
works
like-
through clothes.
Just lower it to his tummy?
Lower it a little further.
No.
Give it a little undercarriage wash.
Ew. Maybe.
If you want an undercarriage wash. So they free Dr. Selvig from Loki's control. Also, they freed Hawkeye from Loki's control during the...
That was a while ago.
Yeah,
It
whatever.
was,
It happened.
It's okay.
They free him from his control, and Dr. Selvig intentionally or unintentionally built in a safeguard to close the portal. It is Loki's staff. If you want to use your staff to close a portal...
How many times, Dan?
I think we're at 12 right now.
Lord above. I should be keeping count.
Hulk confronts Loki. Loki tries to...
I don't know why, but that's funny to me because when I hear the word confronts, I'm like, he went up to him and he was like, "So, my
Hey,
dude,
man.
Loki, bruh, don't do that."
Loki tries to intimidate him, and Loki smashes him around like a ragdoll.
Classic.
Natasha is securing the portal. Stark is securing the perimeter. Nick Fury is on a conference call with the council, another Skype call, and they are like, boop, boop, ba-doop, we're going to send a nuke. We're going to nuke New York City. Manhattan.
Sounds.
Jesus, Anna.
Sorry, that was a little dark, wasn't it?
Nick Fury stops two jets that are taking off from their helicarrier with nuclear bombs, but he does not stop a third. The shot of him walking out with the bazooka is very funny. Man, just ambling out there like, I'm going to fire this thing. Anyone using a bazooka
it is very funny.
in a movie is funny.
I think that Nick Fury is funny in his own way.
Yes.
Like, he adds. Because he just gets so pissed off and annoyed with everything so easily.
Yeah. Tony sees the missile, intercepts it, and he knows exactly where to put it. And if you know exactly where to put it...
You better be your hands on the Bible, Dan.
He's going to send it into the portal. But the only way to do it is to ride the missile through the portal. I'm not going to say it this time.
Thank you. I was waiting just in case.
They were too close together.
It was too obvious, too.
Yeah. If you want to get too close together...
No! Please. We're so close to the end of the film, Dan. Please.
Tony tries to call Pepper, but she is glued to the TV and does not notice the phone call.
That part made me sad. If I was... I said to Gage, I could never date a superhero because I'd be just a wreck 24/7.
If you want to be erect 24/7, head over to BlueChew.com and enter code PEPPER.
Dan wants Pepper, Bo Pepper, Banana Fana, Fo Pfeffer, Me My Mo Meffer.
I'm working hard for this Blue Chew sponsorship.
I see that. Unless they're actually paying us real money. That's not a real company, is it?
No, it's a real company, yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
They advertise on my daytime sports talk radio channel that I listen to. Me and the other 70-year-old men.
Please, that makes too much sense.
Oh, my God. All the radio ads are like, not feeling up to your best. Tired. Lost energy. Check out Nugenics. Nugenics is the real one. And trust me, she'll love it too. Shut up, Frank Thomas.
Will she?
Will she?
I don't think she will, girl.
Anyway, Tony goes through the portal with the missile, and he sees the nuke go off as he runs out of oxygen. He thinks he's falling to certain doom, but he falls through the portal just as it closes. Everybody's like, yay, he's back. But then he's not slowing down. Hulk catches him. Don't worry. Incredible timing.
That shit had me crying, I'll tell you that much.
And then Hulk wakes him up with his morning breath. He roars at him to wake him up.
Classic.
They go and they apprehend Loki, and then they all go their separate ways. Natasha, Captain America, and Hawkeye going to work for S.H.I.E.L.D. Tony and Pepper are rebuilding Stark Tower and getting hanky-panky in the top floor construction area.
I didn't realize at first that they were showing him out. Gage was like, guess what? And I was like, she's pregnant. And he was like, what? I was like, I don't know. You told me to guess. And then there was the reveal.
You know I'm not good at guessing.
I don't know any of the plots of these movies.
Yeah.
That's the fun part, is I actually don't know anything about these. I somehow avoided spoilers this whole time.
That is fun, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Experiencing it for the first time, that's...
I know they have a kid sometime.
Yeah.
And I know Iron Man unalives, but that's all I know.
He what?
I'm trying to be Gen Z appropriate.
TW. Putting in front of the most innocuous TikToks possible.
Literally.
Thor escorts Loki to Asgard, where he's going to stand trial for war crimes.
Classic.
Wonder how that goes. And the news recaps. MSNBC recaps all of the good stuff. And I'm like, I didn't realize. Paramount's not MSNBC. Disney isn't MSNBC. Why? What an odd pick. Like in the last one, they had Bill O'Reilly in it. And they had Mad Money in the first movie, too.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, another conference call. Nick Fury's being congratulated, but the secret's out. And Nick Fury says that the Avengers can't be tracked. They're on a leave of absence, but they will be called back when they're needed. The Tesseract is where no one on Earth will ever be able to find it. And then the credits roll, and then they stop rolling, and the Chitauri leader tells his master that it's futile to attack Earth, that fighting the Avengers is like courting death, and then this purple man turns and smiles to the camera.
We didn't even actually watch the end scene because Gage was like, I'm tired. Can I just tell you what happens?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, yeah, they were foreshadowing Thanos for years. And I was
They
like,
were. I had no idea what it meant when I was in the theater. I was like, okay, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Is that Dr.
That's always
Doom?
my issue with, like, stuff like that. Gage always has to explain to me, like, when we saw the Eternals, I knew it was Harry Styles, but I didn't know who he was playing.
I only cared about Kongu.
Whomstuff?
I didn't see it in the movie. They just had the posters.
Oh, that's the one that Kumail played, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, Barry Keoghan was also somebody with a dumb name.
I don't know. I don't know anybody's names. I'm sorry.
We're almost done. Post credits, the Avengers are eating shawarma together.
Delicious.
And that is the Avengers.
I feel like I heard more about the shawarma cut than I did about Thanos.
I did too.
There's more gossip about the shawarma.
Everyone was like, oh my god, you gotta stay through the end. It's so funny. Is it worth it? Is it worth 10 minutes of your life to see 5 people eating some food that's probably good?
Fucking apparently.
So now that you've seen
I'd rather
it,
get real shawarma. Anyway.
now that you've seen it, likes, dislikes, thoughts.
I told Gage, and he was so upset. I was like, this one isn't doing it for me because it's so action heavy, and I'm bored. And he said, what?
I'm going to break up with you.
Literally, I think he considered it. I was like, sorry. This is not my cup of tea. Like I said, I liked Thor better because it's funny. I like the funny ones.
I think every time I've watched this, I've ended up liking it less. Like, I notice more and more things that I'm like, that. There are so many ideas in this that I feel like could have been handled better. Either the, like, the Chitauri army, the fact that there's just faceless mooks that can get blown away.
Yeah.
If it was people that Loki were controlling, that would be a lot more interesting, because it would have to be like that. The Avengers have to stop this without killing them, which would be an interesting twist. Loki's a bitch.
Yes.
But, like, it's not satisfying when he loses.
No, it's not.
He's got go away heat. Like, I don't want to see you on screen.
Yeah. I feel like we're spoiled.
I think we are.
I feel like the movies have gotten to a place where Marvel movies are not just a new movie coming out, they're an event. And I feel like that's definitely part of it. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. The movie is definitely shot from the male gaze, especially when Scarlett Johansson is on screen. I noticed this in the interrogation scene with Loki. Like when Loki, the shots of Loki are all like medium close-ups, like shoulder up, chest up, or like long shots. Basically every shot of Scarlett Johansson is framed so that either her chest or her butt is in the frame at all times.
You can't see it, but I'm shaking my head because...
Again, I'm sure this is not Joss Whedon's fault. He would never do anything like this.
He would never.
Never.
I'm glaring. I'm rolling my eyes. I'm literally vomiting at the mere thought.
Yeah, I don't think that this is a well-shot movie, honestly.
I don't either. I mean, especially with some of the other, again, I think we've learned a lot since 2012, just in general. And I think...
Well, I mean, compared to the previous movies, Thor, divisive how it was shot, but it was interesting at least.
Yeah, true.
And like Captain America was shot like a throwback to a 40s movie.
Yeah, which was fun.
This seems like the beginning of the Marvel everything shot on a green screen sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
And they had a New York set built for a lot of it, but a lot of it was filled in on green screen.
Yeah.
And you can do a lot of good stuff with that, but as we have seen throughout the years with Marvel, it is usually not as interesting as it could be.
Yeah.
That's not to deride anyone who works in that industry or anything, because you could do a lot of great things, but Marvel never. Apparently, they're shit to work for. Also.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. I heard that working for Disney kind of sucks. But you didn't hear it from me.
No, you did hear it, however, from Blue Chew. If you want to suck,
They better fucking pay us. Dan, I don't want to hear any more until I see a check.
I'm gonna send this to their customer support and be like, we put so many codes for people to use.
Where the F is my check?
Either give us a check or give us some of them pills.
Wait.
What? I can
No.
sell them. I can street sell them.
Oh, Jesus.
Anybody
Ew.
want boner pills?
Gross.
I like character-wise, it's all fine. The script is whatever. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing. The action is, for as boring as it's
So
directed,
action.
it's fine. Like the flying around. The issue I have with the action is the issue I have with the villain in general. I don't care about the fights. Mm-hmm. I have no reason to care about either. I mean, I know the hero is not going to die, and I have no
Yeah.
reason to care about the villains.
There's not even really a real quote-unquote hero in this movie, like, to root for. You're rooting for the team.
Yeah.
So, like, if one of them dies, no offense, but since it's just a movie, I can say this, it's not going to be a total loss anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that what you
sounds
say
really
about
cold-hearted.
the Packers too?
No. If they lose, we all lose.
I have some trivia for you.
I'm ready.
Okay. So the actor who played Thanos in the post-credit scene was not. His name is escaping me right now. Josh Brolin.
I think so.
Yeah.
That
Was
sounds
not him.
right.
They had not cast him yet.
Why did they do that then?
Damien Poitier played
Oh.
Thanos in the credit scene.
If I was Damien, I'd be pissed.
He also was in Captain America: Civil War as Crossbones Mercenary,
I have no idea.
and he played Goldface in The Flash.
Okay. That means nothing to me, but I'm taking your word for it.
The scene shot in Calcutta, India, was shot in a train yard in Albuquerque.
Classic.
The Galaga line was apparently improvised. That man is playing Galaga. During the final scene where they're eating shawarma together, Chris Evans has his hand on his chin because he's covering up his beard that he grew for
Why didn't he just shave it?
Snowpiercer, I think.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Better than this one. Jeremy Renner didn't like that Hawkeye was brainwashed for most of the movie. And he
Why?
tried to
It
get,
was interesting.
and he also tried to get Hawkeye killed off so that he could get out of finishing it.
Get him
'Cause
on the phone.
He said that he felt like he got shafted in terms of screen time and character development.
Jeremy, it wasn't your time yet, and now your time is here.
Mm-hmm.
He's still hot, though.
Time to shine. After the movie released, shawarma sales spiked up.
The shawarma industry was going crazy. I've never had shawarma that I know of.
Robert Downey Jr. requested Gwyneth Paltrow be included in the movie. She originally was not written into the script.
Oh, interesting. Why did he request that? Do you know?
So that they could explore the relationship established in Iron Man 2.
Well, thank you, RDJ. That was a little bit interesting for me.
Also, Doth Mother Know Thou Weareth Her Drapes is also an improvisation, an ad lib. You sound so tired.
It's just because ad-libbing in movies stresses me out. I could never. That's all.
Joaquin Phoenix and Matthew McConaughey were considered to play Bruce Banner, replacing Edward Norton.
No, they made the right call.
Jensen Ackles was approached to play Hawkeye.
I don't know if I knew who that is.
He's the guy from Supernatural.
That means nothing to me.
Well, he's a guy from Supernatural. That's the only thing I know him from.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Early production ideas had Ant-Man and the Wasp in the movie, played by Nathan Fillion and Zooey Deschanel.
Oh my.
Would
What
have
an
been
interesting pair.
I think it's kind of fun.
Imagine?
There was talks of Shang-Chi appearing in The Stinger when they were developing it.
I'm kind of glad he didn't because Simu wasn't as famous then.
Simu was too young then, I think.
Oh yeah,
In
because he's only a little
2012?
bit older than us, I think. He's so fine.
Yeah, he's 33. So in 2012, he was 23 years old.
He could have done it.
Nah, he was still working for. He was still in the stock photos at that point.
That's true. Ugh, I love him.
And the final shot of them in the shawarma scene was inspired by an episode of Angel. What the cast looked like after filming an episode of Joss Whedon's show Angel. How they were all sitting at a bar and none of them speaking to each other. Sitting there and not talking.
So hilarious.
Also, Rhodey does not appear in this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't
We're
realize
just
that until right
happy.
now. That's why it's sad.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all the trivia. Would this movie be better, worse, or the same with Jonathan Taylor Thomas as Loki?
Better. Full stop.
What? But he has to dye his hair. He has to do the hair.
I'd love to see it, to be honest.
Okay. Better, worse, or the same with Jimmy Stewart as Loki? No, as Hulk? Better.
Ooh.
Not as Bruce Banner. He transforms into a large green Jimmy Stewart.
Say, oh my fuck. Say Hulk smash in his voice.
Whoa, 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 Hulk smash!
Yes, that's the stuff.
And out of all of the Phase 1 MCU movies, what's the best?
Captain America.
Okay.
What do you think?
I still go with Iron Man.
Okay.
I probably have Captain America as the number 2.
Yeah.
But Iron Man number 1.
I just like the nostalgia style of Captain America.
Yeah.
That's just fun and cool, I think.
Yeah. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
So, that is it for our MCU series.
Probably only the first round,
Yeah.
right?
We'll end up doing all of it eventually once we're elderly.
Oh, yeah.
So, thank you for listening. We will be back next week. We're going to do Grease and Grease 2 in honor of Olivia Newton-John. If you want to find us, we are on social media on Facebook and Twitter at And In Conclusion, on Instagram at In Conclusion Podcast. I am on Twitter at Dan O'Keefe86 and on TikTok at Not Dan O'Keefe. Anna, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at AutomusPrime818, or you can find me on Twitter at AutobotsRollout, capital O for Auto, capital B for Bots, capital R for Roll, and the O and Roll, and the O and out are zeros. And I will be posting a lot of dog content there in the coming days. As I have a new
Anna's
foster.
fostering a dog who is adorable.
Yes.
So we will be back next week with Grease. In the meantime, everybody stay safe, have fun, and get vaccinated. Bye-bye.
Bye! I finally went back on my deactivated Twitter account, and the only account that still followed me was Corbin Blue's official page.
A Creative Land podcast.